Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and this is Parallers remote application server tutorial, and this is ninth video. And in this video I'm going to show you how to create and deploy virtual desktop infra in Parallers RAS. I'm sure you have lots of time you have seen remote desktop infrastructure which is deployed on Microsoft VDI infrastructure or VMware Horizon View. So this is something new which you can learn from here, like Parallels, how you can use Parallels to deploy um, virtual desktop and VDI. So this is very user friendly and quick solution if you want to deploy virtual desktop infrastructure by using Parallels. And the main thing, Parallels support your all the hypervisor infrastructure, which is maybe your Hyper-V, VMware, Citrix SAN server, everything. So in last video we have added our two Hyper-V hosts in Parallels remote application server console, and now I'm going to create and deploy virtual desktop infra by using that Hyper-V host. So here is my demo environment which I'm going to use in this demo. So we have four servers and two client machine, three servers and two client machines. So the first server is Win2K 16 DC01, which is my Active Directory and DNS server, and my domain name is victorinfosol.com. So here you can see Active Directory and DNS role is running on this machine, and this is my Win2K 16 DC01, and this is my domain name victorinfosol.com. And the second server which we have a Parallers 01, which is our Parallels remote application server. So this is my Parallers 01 and domain name victorinfosol.com, and on the desktop we have Parallels remote application server console. So I'm going to open this console, and this is my farm name. So click on connect, and here you can see what we have. Under the farm we have added two Hyper-V hosts. So now we are going to create VDIs and deploy VDIs here. So what we need to do, we need to create the first thing, which we need to create a master image. So we'll create master image. I will show you how we can create master image. So the third server is Win2K16 HV01. So this is my Hyper-V host server which having 64 gig of memory. So you can see here this is HV01, and in last video we have installed Hyper-V role on this machine, and this having 64 gig of memory, but this machine does not have enough disk space to deploy virtual machine. So I'm going to add one disk here on this server, and then going to do some settings in Hyper-V host to so hard disk, and I'm going to add a create new hard disk, and I'm going to add like 201 gig hard drive in this server, and going to map as a D drive. So I'm going to open disk management. So you can see I'm going to change the CD drive name to drive letter Z, you can see. And now I'm going to bring this disk online which we have just added, and I'm going to click create one volume on this disk. So just call it like HV data. So now we have D drive HHV data, and this is going to store Hyper-V virtual machines. So let's go here and open Hyper-V manager, and I'm going to do some settings here. So under this drive I'm going to create one folder HV data, and I'm going to copy this, and here under the right click on Hyper-V host, and you need to provide the space where is a path where you want to save the folders or virtual machine. So I'm going to right click and Hyper-V settings, and from here I'm going to browse this and paste it. So hard drive is going to save under HV data virtual hard disk, so apply, and virtual machine I'm going to save in HV data. So we have modified this space where we want to save the Hyper-V virtual machine which are going to create. And next I'm going to you need to verify you have a virtual switch and a Hyper-V host. So I'm going to create external switch here, which is you can see create an external switch which by physical network adapter, so virtual machine can access the physical network. So by creating external switch, I'm going to map this all the virtual machine to my physical network. So you need to make sure which NIC you are going to use. So this is something related with Hyper-V, but I just want to make sure you have information about this and you configure your Hyper-V host in a correct manner to use this feature and add to this RAS parallel RAS server. So we are good now, and after this what we need to create one master image. So we'll create that master image. So first I want to show next machine which we have. So the thing what I'm want to show the two client machine which is WinCL01 and WinCL02. So these are two virtual machine which is Windows client machine, and I have installed this Parallers client on this machine, and after publishing the VDI we are going to see um, we are going to connect the those VDI from here. So these are two virtual machine which is basically my client, Parallers client. So this is good, and now let's create one master image on this Hyper-V host. So you can see from here, if I go and select virtual guest setting, we are not be able to see any virtual machine here. So we need to create one virtual machine. So let's create this. So I'm going to right click here on Hyper-V host, and then going to create one virtual machine and call it like Win10 master, and this is going to be your master image, and we will deploy virtual machine this uh, by using this template. So click next, and I'm going to create second generation virtual machine and then give some memory. I'm going to give it like 6144, around 6 gig, and I'm going to connect it with the switch, virtual V switch, which we have created, external switch. So next, and what the size of disk you want. So I want just 61 gig, so which is going to be a 60 gig around. So click next, and under the installation option you must have the ISO image if you are creating a Gen 2. So I have ISO image here. You can see Windows 10. I'm going to install 1709 on this machine. So click on finish. So now you can see virtual machine is created, and we need to, if you want to modify the CPU, you can modify the processor, and rest everything is looking good. Just make sure you uh, change it to boot hard disk first, and then CD drive will boot manually this machine. So this is good configuration, and we can start this virtual machine now. So I'm going to connect, and then I'm going to power on this virtual machine. So click on power on. So hit control any key to start the installation. So now you can see operating system is getting loaded. So click next, and this is going to be a simple Windows 10 installation, the same way how you are doing the installation on your laptop, desktop, or virtual machine. So the same way you need to install. I'm going to select here Windows 10 Enterprise, click next, and then I accept the license agreement, click next, and then just click next. So this is going to take some time. The installation is going to take 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to pause the recording, and once we are ready to ready with this install Windows 10, I'm going to resume from there. So I'm going to pause the recording for now. So now you can see Windows 10 installation is done, and we can see like Windows 10 Enterprise, and this is connected with network. I'm just going to some tune up here. And if you want to install any further application like MS Office or any other application on this master template of VDI, you can do that also. So now we are good, and the thing which we need right now, we need to join this machine in domain. So I'm going to join this machine in domain. So you need to make sure you have configured proper. You must have DHCP server in network, which is going to give IP address to your client machine. So you need one DHCP. So I have DHCP server in network. So if I run ipconfig all, you can see this is my default gateway DHCP server, which is giving IP address, and the DNS you can see 2.2.192.168.0.21 221, which is my Active Directory server. So this is good, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to rename it like Win uh, 10 master, and I'm going to put my domain name here, which is victorinfosol.com, and put your credential to join this machine in domain. So welcome to the victorinfosol.com. This is done. I'm going to reboot this machine once, and also we can verify if the machine is joining under the domain from Active Directory users and computer. So this is my Active Directory users and computer on Active Directory server, and if I go here, you can see this machine is joined and my computer. So I'm going to create one OU here under India, and OU called like VDIs, and you call it VDI also. So I'm going to call it just VDI, and I'm going to move this machine and this OU. So this is going to be your OU where all the VDI and master image is going to be stored. So this is good. So now we can go here and log in with Victor Infosol administrator, and we can see everything is up and running, and we have no issue. Log into this computer from domain account. So this is going to take some time to create a local profile. So I'm going to pause recording 1 second. Once logged in, I'm going to resume it again. So now we are good, and we are logged in with our domain account. So just verify who am I. So this is domain account, Victor Infosol administrator. So this is looking good, and now what we can go to Parallers, and under the RAS template we can click on plus sign. Then we can see our guest machine here if any virtual machine is here. So you can see what we have. So like I'm going here and click on virtual guest settings, and then if I browse, you can see it's not showing any virtual machine. So what we need to do here first, so now I'm going again here and refreshing the tab few times, and then I'm going to click on virtual guest settings, and you can see this machine is showing power on, Windows 10 master, but agent status is not verifying. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on OK, and you can right click here and you can check agent, and this is going to be like powered on. It's going to verify checking the status, and guest agent status not verified, so it's going to take some time and going to install that agent. So it's saying agent did not reply, so please install agent. So we can click from here to start the agent installation. So now you can see that it's copying the RAS file, and we can go here under add or remove program, and we can see once this client is installed. So app, you can see successfully added user to remote group. So this is done, and now if you click OK, you can see the agent status is verified and guest operating system, all the information is there. And if you go here, you can see RAS agent is going to be installed. So you can see here Parallels remote application server RAS is installed now, which is agent, and we are good with this. So now we have active master image is ready and agent is installed. So we are good with this. And now I'm going to shut down this machine and going to create the RAS template by using this Windows 10 master. So close this, and now under the RAS template I'm going to click on add, and this is going to give you your machine, and then select virtual machine, your master image, and click OK. So it's going to give you like what type of image you want to create, a template like VDI or RDS host. So I'm going to select VDI desktop based on Windows Server OS client. So click next because we are going to create deploy VDIs. So click next. Now it's going to power on, check the agent status. So you can see machine is powered on, is triggered, and it's going to check the agent status in few seconds, and then we can proceed for the next once the agent is verified. So just wait for few more seconds here. So it's verified, our RAS guest agent is installed, and this is the all information which we have. Click next. Now it's going to power off your virtual machine. You can see it's powered. So machine is again powered off. This is good, and we can see here template name and maximum guest, how many VMs you want to deploy. So I'm going to deploy 4 virtual machines. This is just a demo, so I'm going to select 4, and numbers of like virtual machine which you want to be ready once this is completed. So I'm going to select 4 here also, and guest VM name, what you want to be the guest name. So I am going to use like VDI W10. So it's going to create sequence like this, like %ID. So this is good. And what type of method you want to use, like linked clone or full clone. So linked clone are extremely fast because it's going to use the master image virtual hard drive, and then it's going to create a incremental hard disk, like which is known as a differential hard disk in Hyper-V. So this is going to be very fast. So I'm going to select the linked clone. So click next, and then keep available buffer, how many virtual machine you want to make sure every time available. So 4, and delete unused virtual machine. So I'm not going to delete anything, so leave it. Click next, and where you want to save, so it's going to save here under the HV data on a D drive. So this is good. Click next. And now what type of sysprep you want to use. So RAS prep is Parallers template sysprep, modified sysprep, so you can use it. Otherwise you can use sysprep also. So I'm going to use the RAS prep, which is easy to use, and I'm going to type few information here like owner name and organization name, victorinfosol.com. I'm going to type here like administrator password to join this machine in domain, and the domain, join domain, and the administrator account I want to put here, and the password for administrator account, and the target OU where you want to put it. So I want to put in AD under the India VDI, so this is good, and now everything is looking good. We can click on next. And what type of key management you want to use, so Mac or you can use Mac or KMS also. So this is test, so I'm going to just leave the default KMS. Most of the big organization always going to have a KMS. If you don't have, you can add manual keys also. So this is going to be fine. So click next, and now you can verify all the details: preparation type, RAS prep, key management, information which we have selected, how many virtual machine. So this is good, and now you can click on finish. So you can see finalizing RAS template configuration. Please wait. So now it's going to see here, it's created one RAS template snapshot here, and it's always going to create your virtual machine by using this snapshot, uh, RAS template snapshot. So this is good. Now we can click on apply, and you can see all the status here. So now you can see here the computer account has been created. So all the computer account has been created, and you can also see it's started the virtual machine deployment also. So this deployment is going to take some time. It's dependent on how much faster your server are, so it's going to take some time. Mostly one server is going to take only few minutes, 1 to 2 minutes to get the deployed, and so it's going to take some time. You can say first computer is going to be join, I guess. So you can see these all are blank computer objects, so no operating system defined. Once the machine is ready, it's going to join in domain, and computers are going to associate with these computer account, all the VDIs. So you can see here it's getting deployed. So one machine is ready. We can say it's now available at control tell screen. So this must be ready. So can go in AD and refresh, and then we can see, you can see it's Windows 10 Enterprise is highlighted. So this means this machine is joined and ready. And same way others machine we can verify also this. So this is going to be take like only 5 minutes to deploy 4 virtual machines VDIs, and then we are ready to uh, publish these machines. So let's wait for some time here, and now we are ready to publish these VDIs which we have just created to our Parallers, so user can have these VDIs working. So on the publishing you can click on edit, and then you have option here publish desktop, and then click next, and then what you want to publish, VDIs I want to publish, so select virtual desktop and click next, and then you can select the name. So I just want to type here Win10 VDIs, and description Win10 VDIs for staff you can put, and if you want to change icon you can change. So I'm going to leave it like default, something look like as a computer. So I'm going to set this, and from the connect to you need to specify specific RAS template, and then you need to select Windows 10, and you need to make sure persistence is enabled. So you can if you want to reserve any virtual machine for any specific user, you can reserve it. And then you have a desktop size. If you want to set any screen size, you can do it. Otherwise you have option to full screen, and then you have a multi monitor enable disable what you want. So this is good, and now we can click on finish, and now you can see this is published Windows 10. And if I go to client machine now and refresh this, I'm able to save Windows 10 VDIs, and if I double click on it, it's going to log into the Windows 10 machines. So you can see W10-VDIs is opening, and same we can do here also. So this is good, and just wait for some time because it's going to create a brand new profile on these VDIs which we have just created. So now you can see we have logged in. So this is 0001 VM1, and this is going to be your VM2. So this is good, and we have logged into two servers. And if I go here under the forms, you're able to see the both the virtual machine with user are connected. So this is what we can monitor sessions from here also. So this is all about how to create and deploy VDI in Parallers RAS. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe me for more videos. And if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post me in my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.